Welcome back to my channel, Happy Crafters. We are going to get started on another album tutorial. So let's get started. This is going to be the, what did I call it? shaker cover album. I think it was a pretty easy name. So we're going to start page 1. And all of this will be a YouTube tutorial, so I will have all of the pieces and the scores and measurements and stuff all posted in the description box below. So let's get started on making the album. So we've got this piece, which is 8.5 by 11. It is one piece of paper, scored on the 11-inch side at 6.5. Okay, you're going to fold into the mountain. That piece is done. Okay, so then you're going to take piece B, which is 6.5 by 9.5. You're going to score. I'm not going to do this because it's going to be in there and it'll make this video long. But you're going to score on the 9.5-inch side. So it'll be the same for all of your pieces. When I say on the, you want that side in the top of your scoreboard. So on the 9.5-inch side, you're going to score it a half on each end. So what I do, because I found that my scoreboard is a little off, so I score it at 1/2 inch, flip it, score it at 1/2 inch. Okay, so that's what I do. So this is your piece B. So I'm not going to do that for any other pieces, okay? Tape on the bumpy side, dented side. Tape on the dented side, not the bumpy side, always the dented side. And then, just to make things slide easier, we are just simply going to taper the edges so that things will go in and out of our pockets better. And it doesn't need to be very much, just a little bit. Garbage out of the way. Fold, burnish. Hopefully this video doesn't take too long. You can find the original, and I'm not going to say too terribly much, but you can find the original video on my YouTube channel. But this is going to be slightly different than that one because I made a few changes when I did this because I didn't like the weight on the pages of the other one. So I guess I forgot to tell you, when you glue this piece down, you want to glue it on the plain side. So you have your flap on this side, you want to glue it on this side. Okay, so there you have it. And as you can see, well, mine isn't a big deal, but I have to do a little trimming, but I will do that later. Give it a burnish. Okay, so you're going to flip this over, and that is where you're going to glue the rest of your pieces. Now you're going to glue, adhere, I always say glue. You're going to taper all of your pieces that go right from edge to edge so that this little taper covers up those construction. When you mat it, it'll cover up those pieces. So you'll take C, these are sticky. Take C, and it is going to go right along this edge. Right along that cut edge. So this is where your pocket is going to be, your opening. You're going to glue piece C right along that edge. We are experiencing very cold weather right now. Today when I woke up it was minus 39 with a minus 49 wind chill. So it was a very cold. So I have my window open because the sun beating in here actually has a little heat to it. Okay, so I got to do the same thing to piece D. And where you put piece C, you're going to put piece D on the opposite side. So piece D flap over here, is going to go on this side. So it is going to cover up all of the things, all of the flaps and things, making it kind of like a booklet. Sorry, as you can tell, I hate videos. I hate my voice. I hate talking in them. I feel like I'm talking to nobody. I wish I could do lives. Okay, so you're gonna have this, okay? This in, this out. Open that up, and now you're going to take piece E and piece F. Okay, now these are going to, they're going to be floating pockets in here, and you can have them however you like. I'll show you. Don't have to miter these unless you're going to put them on the very ends, and I'm going to put them in the middle so that they're kind of like floating. So I'm going to fold and burnish, pull off my pieces, keep those handy so that I can put them in the video. Okay, so you're going to take piece E and F, fold and burnish them both. And I think I'm going to put, now I can't remember which is one, the bigger one I'm going to put on the right hand side towards the bottom, I think. And then F, or the smaller one, because now I can't remember what their letters were, I'm going to put on the taller side. Or do I want it to be, oh, I think I want it to be this way. I think I want it to be this way. So I'm going to put the bigger one more towards the top, and you're going to want to stay not very far away from your score line. You don't want to butt it up totally against it, and you don't want to be 1/8 of an inch away. You just want to be a little away. And then you can adhere that one down. And then you can kind of see where you want to have your smaller piece. And I think I kind of like it about there. So I'm going to open it up, kind of put that piece back, and I've got a big time shadow happening right now. And again, you're going to want to stay a little bit away from that score line, but not overly far, just enough so that it closes. Okay, so then you can open that up, peel your tape, and stick her down, and burnish. Okay, so there's that. So then you're going to open those pieces up, and we are going to take your G piece and turn it into an L pocket. So we'll close everything up. So you could even do that, but I don't like the looks of that. Okay, so we're going to create the L pocket. So what we're going to do is take our ruler, and we're going to come out 2 inches. 2 inches. Whoopsie. 2 inches from the cut line. So as you can see, my tape is there. So go 2 inches from the top, and then from the bottom, let's go 2.5. Make a tick mark. And then I'm going to use a straight blade and my non-slip ruler. And I'm going to just, oh boy, oh there it is. The way the light is, I couldn't see my tick mark there. So you'll just connect those tick marks. I apologize if my head is in the way, which I know it is because I got a fat head. Okay, so once you've got your lines connected, you can just cut that piece away, like so, giving you your L pocket. Okay, and then we're going to miter our corner. So where those lines intersect, you're just going to cut directly across, right through that X, and then fold and burnish. Whoops. Fold and burnish. Take that off. Move things out of the way so I don't have a complete mess. Bring your page back in, open everything up, and you're going to adhere this to the right hand side. Again, staying, this time you want to stay a little farther away. So you're going to stay about 1/8 of an inch away from that line, from your fold. Like so. Hold it down and then you can adhere your pocket. There. I always like to hold it down because I have the worst luck and my things tend to move. So just like so. And then you can fold that over, fold that over, fold that over, and fold that over. That's kind of how I always like to back and forth. So get everything folded over like so. Then we're going to flip it. Oh no. Oh no, I did that right. Phew. Flip it over, and we're going to make some angled pockets. Okay, so we have our angled pockets, our pieces H. Pieces H. Now what we're going to do is, first of all, let's take this off. We are going to fold. So you're going to taper your corners. You can do both pieces. Right through that intersection there. Fold and burnish both pieces. Like so. That one popped out. And then make sure nothing is interfering. So that one worked well. Oops. So there we go. Okay, now these pockets are going to go here. And I think I'm going to just make this one really easy. I was going to do slants. Wow, these pockets are just slightly oversized. That is terrible, terrible. I have to do some rescoring. These pockets, oh sorry Tawny, I have a puppy in here as well. I apologize y'all. Mine is slightly off, so I'm just going to rescore one of the pockets and make it a hair smaller. And then retaper. And see how that works. but I don't think I'm gonna like this very much because then one pocket is going to be smaller than the other pocket. But it fits. Holy cow, is my paper crooked? I don't like some of these papers. Wow. Holy Hannah Batman. And that's only 1/8 of an inch difference. Sorry everybody. I just don't like the way this is scoring. So I may make a new pocket because I don't like it. So I'm going to do that. So when you do this, because I'm not happy with it, so I'm going to make a new pocket, and to save this video, because we're almost done, I don't want it to be too long. So you're going to adhere your pockets side by side, right, like this. And you can put any sort of a, if you want to put a slant on it, or use your punch for your, which was what I was going to do. So I will show you. So you take your punch. Now this piece is 4 1/4. So you're gonna go into 2 folded, 2 1/8. We'll put it in half. Okay, just like so. And punch. And that gives you a little decorative corner. Okay, so I'm not going to adhere it, but this is where you'll go when you do yours. You will put them side by side right here. Then this piece we can put on. Your eye piece fold and burnish. And it is going to go, actually let's put those pockets, could we put those pockets on the inside? If you put the pockets on the inside, you'll want to stay about 1/8 of an inch away. Let's put them on the inside. Let's do that. So I'm going to adhere this pocket down. Make sure it's kind of sort of, maybe I won't stick it down because I might have to do 2 new pockets because I think this paper is crooked. So put them on the inside of your pocket with the little decorative. Okay, and then you're going to fold it closed, and this is where you're going to put this photo flap to kind of keep it closed. So you can line that up. Like I said, the lighting in this room right now is kind of terrible because it's so bright outside, and I'm not complaining because it's nice and toasty warm. So once you get the positioning right, you can glue that down. And that concludes, oh, I hope that was in frame. That concludes page 1. So I hope you enjoyed it, and come back next week for page 2. Oh, let's do this one more. This is going to be a new way to bind our pages. Okay, so we're going to have this piece. It is 7.5 by 2, and it is scored at 1/2, at 1, and at 1.5. Okay, so you're going to put tape on the 2 inside score lines between them there, like so. So much for keeping this video short. I thought I was done, and then I remembered this piece. Okay, so you get your tape on there. Okay. And then, okay, flip it over. So you got your tape on the bumpy side, dinted side, sorry. Flip it over, and you've got the bumpy side, and you're going to put tape on one of the middle pieces as close to that score line as you can get. Don't go over it though, just right up to it. Okay, just like so. Okay, burnish, and then you can peel the one off from the inside, the bumpy side, fold it over, just like so. Now, this piece becomes this is what's gonna connect to your pockets. So this is the back, this is the front. So you're gonna find that pocket opening there. And then you're going to take this piece. Now I have to do things upside down like this. And you're gonna kind of stick it in there about a 1/2 inch, because it's 7 inches. So you want a 1/2 inch at the top and a 1/2 inch at the bottom. So the best way to do this is actually to peel a little bit back from one piece, just like this. And I'll figure out how to get this centered yet. Okay, so you kind of stick it in there. Okay. This looks harder than what it is. And if you can find the right, now you want to not go past that score line. So if you see that score line, you've got it kind of in the right place. And like I said, about a 1/2 inch, so I got that right. So just right there. And then peel without moving it, which I did. See, this is why I hold things. Peel it, stick it down. Give it a burnish. Okay, flip it over. And then pull up. Ouch! Try not to poke your finger. Pull off the other and then stick it down. And this then becomes how your binding is going to go into your page. And I like I like the look of it. I'm gonna bleed, I am. I got a paper cut earlier today. Today is just not my day. But I'm glad this went well. And not backwards, because I almost had it backwards. So here's how you look at your first page, or first, well, page, I guess, of your album. There. Whoopsie, wrong way. Flip it, and then you have this, and you will have your pockets in here once I get mine recut. And now, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next week for page 2.